I came to Houston when I was 12 years old. Um, and as a child, the feeling of excitement just overshadowed everything. It overshadowed the fear before arriving. It overshadowed the feeling of sadness leaving Vietnam, leaving everything that you know. Everything was a jaw-dropping experience. The transportation system, the infrastructures, the grocery stores. Um, so it's a different land, different feeling. Every day is an adventure. And one of my favorite memory of that time, my father got a job really quick. Like after 2 weeks, we've arrived in Houston because we need to get going and start repaying the debt. So he got a job and saved up to get a car, an old car. And then my mom found a job in the supermarket in downtown Houston. And every night at 8 p.m., Dad would ask, like, who wants to go pick up Mom? And I'd be like, us. Like, so everybody wants to go pick up Mom in this little car. And going into downtown was an adventure. Like, constantly someone will say, look over here, look at that. And the Houston skyline, and driving through the streets of Houston downtown, looking at the buildings. It was exciting. And Mom would buy a Coke for us, like one Coke for the 4 siblings. And my little brother, he figure out how the lights work in downtown. And he said, when the light is green, I get to drink the Coke. And when the light is red, you guys get to drink. And we found out quickly that if you time right, it would always be green. And that was the only one time. And we said, no, you're not doing that anymore. Just give me that Coke whenever I need a sip. That was fun. Another favorite memory is my dad later found a job working at night, and my brother as well. And so they would come home at 6 a.m. and kids, us, would wake up at that time to get ready for school. And my mom is waking up, getting breakfast ready, and ready for to go to work. So we had 1 hour overlap where the family is all together. And my parents would be at the coffee table, drinking coffee, looking at the kids, talking. And my brother would be at the couch, tired from work, and us kids getting ready for school. And that was a happy time for the family and a very peaceful time now that I look back. So after 4 years, we stayed in the same apartment for 4 years. It was a 2-bedroom apartment, all the kids in one room and the parents in the other. And that was a lot of fun, staying in the same room with all my siblings. We share a lot of memory living together. And after 4 years, my parents saved up and bought a house in the Copperfield area. And that's where I attended high school. And we all grew up, went to college, and now we're all either married with a stable job or single and with a stable job. So you can say that we are all living the American dream that my parents has established for us. And I'm at the stage where I have to be careful living the American dream. Because just because you can afford many things, that doesn't mean you have to have it all. Just an example, I have 2 daughters, a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old son. And they want to have a phone. The boy wants to have an iPad, and we can easily do that and then give them the devices that they want, and the car ride would be easier. But we choose not to do so so that we can have a conversation in the car. So the whole family can be listening to the same song, sing along to the same song, and have a conversation or an argument. And that I learned from when we first arrived, we had one car. So it was inconvenience, but we have quality time sharing that same car. So I try to do that with my children as well. And another thing is we are now more knowledgeable of the American life. We are more exposed. And so we know about extracurricular activities for kids, where my parents didn't know about it then. But we grew up to be healthy kids and healthy adults. So my girls are into swimming now, and it's a competitive sport, and they have practice Monday through Thursday, and they don't get home until 8:30 p.m. And we try to have family dinner even at that time, and ask them about their day and having a good conversation. And that we learn from our parents as well, even if it's just 30 minutes. So when we arrived to Houston, we immediately made it our home. We never talked of moving anywhere else. We never thought of going anywhere else. We stayed in the same apartment for 4 years and then moved to a house, and there we stay until this day. And I think with what my parents went through in Vietnam, they know the importance of stability, of establishing a home where kids feel secure. And we are very proud that they have done that, and Houston has been our home ever since. Houstonians have been very kind to us. So we lived in the Spring Branch area, which is a very diverse neighborhood. And going to school, the teachers are very welcoming. They know that what we're going through. We had ESL classes, and the teachers are aware of what we need, support emotionally. They had a lot of programs to integrate. They offer a lot of scholarships, opportunities that students like me wouldn't have a chance to do. So at the end of 8th grade, they offer 3 scholarships to the West Coast tour. And I applied, and I won that scholarship to the West Coast tour. So to Colorado, Nevada, California. So I had a chance to visit like Yosemite Park, Yellowstone Park, places that I couldn't have gone. And not only that, the teachers would donate money so that we can spend on the trip. And they didn't have to do that at all. And when we go to trips, on certain day we have to wear a blue shirt so that it's easy to recognize the group, and yellow shirt, etc. So they even brought shirts for us. And when I received that, I was in tears because they didn't have to. So we had a great support there in the school. And we also go to church. And because of the timing, we couldn't go to the Vietnamese service, but we went to the American Mass. And my mom and I love to sing, so we joined the choir, the multicultural choir, again, very diverse choir. And we made friends there, American friends, Filipino friends, and they would offer us ride if we needed. And they really made us feel at home very quick. And I don't know if it played a part in me becoming a teacher or not, but they really made a memorable part of me growing up. By doing this interview, it forces you to sit down, to really go back and reflect on your journey. And it has been a positive experience emotionally.